Hello and welcome to the Long Island Weather Update. It is May 24th, 2024, and yes, a wonderful way to kick off the holiday weekend. We had some pretty clear skies today across the area. Um, Maybe there was a little haze and smoke in the morning, maybe just a teeny weeny bit. It seemed like it got better. It got a little pushed a little bit to the south, but fairly clear skies today and very warm but low humidity, so it was pretty comfortable out there. Despite it being pretty warm, actually. It was actually fairly comfortable. So I did make it outside today to Hempstead Lake, which was pretty nice. I made it back to Hempstead Lake State Park again in beautiful Rockville Center, of course. And it was pretty nice, all in all. So let's take a look at our current conditions outside right now. The temperatures have dropped into the 60s. I guess we've got some upper 60s out there. 68 at Farmingdale Airport. Islip is at 66. It was a sea breeze that did wind up developing, but before it did, it got pretty warm. Of course, still here in the alley. By the way, this was the alley last night. I forgot to show you last night. It was still 74, and look at how high the humidity was. Now, tonight, we're not dealing with the humidity, but it's still 74 in the alley. So, yeah, not enjoying any of that cooler air here. Got to have that air conditioner on here in the brick cities of Mineola. So anyway, temperatures have dropped into the 60s. We'll take a look and see. The city's still holding on to 75, so it's like being in the middle of the city. So look what let's see. It's also dropped down to 65 in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River as well. So let's go look at what the day was like at Islip today. And you can see dew point's pretty low. It makes it pretty comfortable, even though we made it to the 80s today. Now let's see if we... Okay, we're having problems again here. What's going on here? They've changed their site. This is horrible. What have they done? We want to see the what the day was like here. We want to see this. What have they done here? Charts. All right, so apparently we can't pull up this information anymore. What are they doing to this thing? It's not even showing graphs. So again, we're having problems with the site. I don't know what's going on, but I guess I'll just show you the highs and lows from here. See if we're going to be able to get the climate data, because that didn't work last night. Let's see. Load this up. So we got temperatures generally in the mid-80s across the area. So highs were in the mid-80s, except on the east end. Even on the south shore, it made into the 80s, unless you were right at the beach. Mid-80s, generally speaking. High of 84 at Islip. And look at that. It got even, wow. Got up into the upper 80s in central. I don't think it hit 90s, but it's showing some upper 80s perhaps. I don't know about upper 80s. I think more like mid 80s. Look what you got up to 86. And even on the South Shore, it got pretty warm as well. 83 at Central Park, 84 at JFK for a high. And going into New Jersey, let's see how hot it got there. Got up to 90 again at Miller Air Park in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River. And Toms River in downtown, it got to 85. But yeah, they more like upper 80s to around 90 in Jersey, even though the humidity was low. Yep, we got upper 80s in Jersey as well. So let's look at our lows. And lows generally were in the upper 50s to around 60, maybe 55 at West Hampton. Now let's see Mount Miller Air Park, 61 for a low there. And the alley didn't get below 70, I can tell you that. So, now there's another way I could pull up the data. Let's see. Yep, here we go. We're having a problem. A point forecast. So the Weather Service is having problems. That's nice. Let's see if we can get to the climate data, because I have a feeling we're going to have the same problem we had last night. Yep, folks. We can't pull up the climate data. Select an area of interest, and we do that, but nothing happens. See, it just goes to that. I guess I click somewhere else. Same thing. So, yep. All the Weather Service observations are down, folks. So, I don't know. This is pretty sad. I can't get the climatology. It's unbelievable that we can't get this information. Maybe there's another way to get it. Maybe there's a back way to get it. I don't know. But I don't think so. Maybe I could do it this way. We're going to try to do it this way and see maybe they have it here. Nope. So, yep. The Weather Service, really. I mean, how do you lose all your observations? Current conditions. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it just takes you to this. So we can't get observations, folks. We can only get some limited observation information. Let's see. Maybe I could do it this way. Pop-ups opens. Product opens a new window. Make sure add block is not on here. We're going to just remove it and see maybe this is what's causing a problem. So the weather service doesn't have ads. I'm really trying to get this to work. No, folks, I'm sorry. We can't get the observation data. So this is a big deal. The weather service is having problems with their website. And, we'll just do one other thing. I'm going to try one other thing. I don't think it's going to make a difference here. But let's do the incognito tab. Where the hell is that incognito tab? Oh, it's over here. Incognito. Where are you, incognito? Well, apparently we can't do incognito anymore. Well, that's nice. All right. Whatever. The computer's just being lovely today, isn't it? So, usually I hit open new tab, and then it's like I want to do a new incognito tab, but it's not giving me that option anymore. Because Chrome was updated, and now I can't do incognito anymore. All right. I don't think it would solve anything anyway, so there you go. So I don't know what's going on with the weather service, but I'm sorry I can't bring you that information. I don't know. This is a big deal. I don't know what's going on, and nobody's really acknowledged it. I really would like to get that incognito mode going, but there is not an incognito here. Oh, there it is. We can do new incognito window. We can't do the tab, but we can do that. Let's see if this does anything. I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to make it a lick of difference. Maybe it's just a bad cookie in the system. We'll see. Ha! Now it's working. Okay, so it looks like there's a bad cookie in the system is what's going on. So, all right, we're going to have to use the incognito window, I guess, and figure out what's going on. We're going to have to figure out the cookie and figure out how to fix that. Yeah, iSlip high was 84, the low 59. See, persistence pays off. And so we were 10 degrees above normal at iSlip today, and just for the we'll go ahead and look at yesterday's too. So yesterday's high at iSlip was 76 and a low of 63. That was 8 degrees above normal. Central Park today had a high of 84 and a low of 68, 11 degrees above normal for the day. So for whatever the reason, the incognito works. So that means there's a problem with the cookie on my computer for the National Weather Service, and that's why it's not working. Something is not working. So we're going to have to figure out the weather.gov cookies and remove them or something. I don't want to delete all the cookies because then you get logged out of everything. So we'll have to figure it out somehow. All right. So at least we were able to get the climate data working again. And I'm wondering if see, now it's working. Let's see. There's something definitely going on there. Let me just pause this for a moment. We're going to try to see if I can figure out what's going on. And, I'd have to restart the browser and everything. I don't know what's going on, but there is a bad cookie in there. It seems like it's acted up when Chrome updated. Everything's fine, and then they got to update things and always screw things up, for no damn reason at all. So anyway, I'll pull up the observation for iSlip, show you what the day was like at iSlip today. And you'll see here that we did start off with a west wind, and then we did get a sea breeze in the afternoon that dropped things a little bit. Though the sea breeze was weak. It was more of a southwesterly component, so it never really got all that cool. Never really cooled things off all that much. So there you go. That's what's going on with Chrome. It's lovely. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on there. But yep, those technical difficulties. When I click on this, I get an error. So there's something going on with the cookies here in the site. I don't know. It started when they updated Chrome. They updated Chrome a couple of days ago, and that's when I started having problems. And same thing with the weather and hazards. It's weird that it happens with the weather and hazards too, though. That's what's weird. It won't even work with the weather and hazards. I go to 3-day. Nothing happens. That's very weird. Hang on, we're going to do this in an incognito window. See, now it works. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, I know I'm troubleshooting in the middle of a video. I do want to look at Miller Air Park, though. All right, so we're going to go to that in a moment here, and then I'll have to figure out what's going on with Chrome. All right, so we got to go this, and then open an incognito window. So that gets it to work. Just looking at what the day was like in Jersey, it was definitely a lot hotter there at Miller Air Park. The humidity was low, though. So the dew points are fairly manageable today, which is why it didn't feel too bad. Yesterday was really brutal if you were in Jersey. Go back to yesterday here. That was actually the day before that was more brutal. That's right. All right, I'm not going back that far. Okay. That's it. Let's talk about what's going on across the country here, all right? So we do have some more thunderstorm activity here in the Great Lakes, in it looks like Missouri, and East Texas, and Arkansas. And we go to the weather and hazards map, which I mistakenly closed. You'll see that we do have severe thunderstorm watches in that area, and also a lot of red flag warnings as well throughout much of West Texas and New Mexico. And it looks like we do have a tornado warning. Clearly see that's a large tornado warning that's in effect for northeastern Henderson County in, guessing that's Texas. Hard to see because this might be, yeah, it's definitely Texas. So, and you got numerous other severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. So here we go again with severe weather. And it looks like we have another tornado warning over here. Or I see red there. Let me go. We're going to go to take this off. Just look at the warnings here. That's a severe thunderstorm warning. And then we have numerous flash flood warnings as well. In effect, these areas are just getting a lot of rain. Crazy amounts of rain in these areas they've been getting. So you do have that one tornado warning. That's southeast of Dallas, actually. So we do have some severe weather going on across the country. Let's go to the satellite and go ahead and look at, again, I'm not going to focus on it too much because there are other people who do that. And, on top of everything else I do, it's been very, very busy with the weather lately. It really has. So you can see what we got going on. I've got this, you get this, another low pressure system here, taking the same track, going across the upper plains and into Canada. And then here's that line of severe weather. And take a look at all this wildfire smoke that we have here that's coming up from Central America, so you can see it. Kind of that dry line kind of shows up pretty nicely. Is that a fire right there going on? I don't think so. How big a fire? It looks like in New Mexico. And then for us, you can see we're in that dome of clear air here. We have some kind of disturbance over here that may be considered tropical. And remember, it's not even June yet. But that's quite a bit of wildfire smoke. So a lot of people have been talking about Canada, but if we go to the North American view we'll go to the northern U.S. view, northern U.S. satellite, and see if there's any smoke. Oh, yeah. So we do have a lot of wildfires up here. It looks like in the Northwest Territories. We do see some smoke, yeah, and that one in, looks like northern Alberta. So this is going to be a long fire season, folks. But yeah, there are a lot of, actually we can do Central America. Let's see, Central America loop. Let's do that. All right, I know it's nighttime now, but let's make this to the 60 frames here. You can see all that wildfire smoke that's over there. So you can clearly see, yeah, lots of fires going on. Looks like the Yucatan Peninsula has a lot of fires. Look at all the smoke. Yep, there it is. Looks like they just flared up. So, yeah, this is pretty crazy stuff. Let's go to the MODIS next. All right, because we're going to talk a little bit about the smoke, because we're going to be starting to deal with it. So you can see all the smoke here over Central America. And that's, like I said, that's going up and actually showing up in this dry line pretty well. And then we have all these fires over here going on in northern Alberta and the Northwest Territories. Again, Not a good situation at all. And then we had a fire in. Look, we got a fire in New Mexico that popped up too. So I'm going to go back to the satellite image here. So let's go back to the satellite image here, and I want to go to the southwest. Just the south, not the Pacific Southwest. I guess that's what they got, Pacific Southwest. I don't think that's going to really show New Mexico very well. No, that is not. Well, it could be Southern Rockies. That might be the better. Yeah, that shows it up pretty well. So here, let's see what we got here. So it looks like something popped up over here in New Mexico. Yep, right there. Right there where my arrow is. You can see there's a fire right there. There's a fire right there. So we do have a wildfire going on in New Mexico right now. Looks like it's in a forested area. So yeah, here we go again. It's just getting started. So let's go to the Weather Prediction Center map now, and you'll see it's showing almost like another front coming through. So it looks like we may even get another little shot of some maybe even cooler air tomorrow, perhaps. We'll go to day 2. You see, it kind of makes it through, but you can see it stalls actually. So it has Long Island in the cool air, and basically east of the Hudson, and then west of the Hudson, you're in the warmer air, and you got some. Looks like they got some crosshatches for shower chances. And day 3, which is Sunday, again we're kind of playing with this front here, and that we're gonna have to see what that front is gonna do. Obviously, Storm Prediction Center. We've got that enhanced risk. Actually, no, it's just a slight risk in the Midwest, so not as crazy as it has been. But we still had 4 tornadoes today, 84 reports of wind damage, and 76 reports of hail. And then going into day 2, guess what happens? Yep, tomorrow's going to be more active again. Moderate risk right smack over Oklahoma and part of Kansas. And so that is definitely, when you see that, we could be dealing with a tornado outbreak again, perhaps. And they even have a marginal risk over the Great Lakes area and interior southeast. Let's go to day 3, which is Sunday. And that enhanced risk moves east. And now it is over Illinois and Indiana, going into Ohio almost, surrounded by a slight risk. So we have to watch for that. And then day 4 to 8, which is Memorial Day, predictability too low right now. So the predictability too low for that. But tornado risk, if we go look at tornado risk, look at that, 15% for tomorrow. So tomorrow looks like a very active day again for Oklahoma and Kansas. We could see that's pretty high. So yeah, I'd be very concerned about that for sure. So we are talking about other parts of the country because it's important to talk about it, obviously, and if I can, I will. Joe Chaffee has the night off. He's off Fridays and Saturdays. I think he's going to be off Sunday, too. So it's a holiday weekend. But the severe weather doesn't stop on holidays, so I won't. So anyway, let's look at the models now, and we're going to look at the GFS and take a look and see what's going to happen here. So this is the 18Z GFS for us, and you'll see here that we're staying dry tomorrow, and then we're going to have to watch. I think most of the tomorrow is going to be dry, but we have to watch possibly for some rain chances overnight, Saturday into Sunday. So Saturday is going to probably be the better day of the week. Sunday, we're going to have to watch some rain chances, and I think bigger rain chances come Monday with this cold front on Memorial Day. And the question is, will this be a severe weather outbreak or will it not be? That is the question. But you can see, looking at the V and the isobars there, we may be dealing with some severe weather Monday night into early Tuesday. And then Tuesday, we'll have clearing weather and breezy. And then as we get into next week, which I'll talk about I'll just briefly go over it now, and then we'll talk more about it on Sunday night. As we go into the next week, you'll see a trough in the east, which will lend itself to cooler weather and perhaps some instability, clouds or showers possible with that, but not really any, not gloom weather, luckily. So let's go to the northeast and look at the HRRR, our short-range model, 0Z run. And you will see here that we are dry for much of tomorrow, but you'll see in the afternoon, the HRRR does pop up a couple of possible isolated showers and thunderstorms over the southern half of New Jersey. And then as we go later into tomorrow night, we're going to have to watch for some thunderstorm development, mainly over Jersey. And it kind of weakens when it gets to the coast because of the marine air. You'll see the wind flow is going to be more off the ocean tomorrow, which is going to be cooler tomorrow. And then for Sunday, right now not showing much except inland. It's showing some activity inland. So let's look at our dew points and wind flow, because this will kind of tell you the story here. You'll see here, if you're in Jersey, yeah, you can see there's a front right here. So if you're in Jersey, I would say Ocean County southward, you're going to be dealing with higher humidity starting tonight. Meanwhile, we're going to be enjoying nice low humidity. And then the low humidity tries to push in. It looks like it does wind up backdooring itself into most of the state of New Jersey, except the extreme southern part tomorrow. And you'll see the winds go more easterly tomorrow. That means cooler air for tomorrow. Will be cooler than today with that southeasterly flow. And then as we go into tomorrow night, the winds turn more southerly. That's going to mean that warm front's going to move back up again. And Sunday looks to be a lot more on the humid side. I see higher dew points even in our area. So let's look at the temperatures. So tomorrow, it'll be warmer inland. So if you're inland, you're going to probably be dealing with 80s again. In New Jersey, unless you're right at the shore, you'll probably be dealing with 80s. The city, probably low 80s. And I think we'll get to around 80, perhaps in central Nassau before the sea breeze kicks in. But it will be cooler in Suffolk County and the South Shore, obviously. Lamar will be cooler than today. I think Long Island mainly sees 70s tomorrow, and then it'll drop into the 60s toward the later in the afternoon to the evening, and then perhaps even 50s at night. Not in the alley, though, but you'll see the difference here. Long Island's in the 50s, but look at that, where the warmer, more humid air is, because we have this warm front stuck here. It's going to be in the 60s overnight, probably not getting much below the mid-60s. And then for Sunday, Sunday will be not really that much warmer because we'll have more cloud cover probably, but it's going to be more humid, I think. So temperatures will probably still be similar, mid-70s, but inland it'll be warmer with the 80s. Looking at, we'll do some soundings here. We'll do 17Z right in the middle of the day. Let's put that over here, and you can see here that, yeah, we got there may be some high clouds to deal with. I think it gets worse later in the day. Some upper-level moisture. Sunday, I think we'll be dealing with more in the way of clouds. Let's look at the GFS model here, 18Z GFS, and see what it has for dew points and wind flow as well. Probably see that similar deal. Yeah, here's the GFS, so you can see GFS not quite as dry as the HRRR. It's a little, but the onshore flow is definitely going to keep us cooler. But then you can see that moisture coming in on Sunday, and then Monday, especially Monday into Tuesday. And this again would be the cold front here coming through. That would be bringing us, and then behind it you get some marginally cooler day on Tuesday, less humid, but probably not all that much cooler. So here we are, Saturday. Again, temperature's still going to probably it'll be warm. It won't be that cool. The sun's strong. And if you're not at the beach, it'll probably be in this well into the 70s in inland areas along the island. Could see 80 degrees. And then Sunday, similar temps, probably more cloud cover. And then Monday, we're going to be dealing with a lot more cloud cover, and that's why the temperatures are lower on Monday with the chance of those showers that we could see in the area on Monday. And then we try to get that out of here for Tuesday. Still warm. Probably upper 70s to around 80, but definitely a little less humid. I'm not going to go beyond. But if you go beyond Tuesday next week, you'll see as we get to Wednesday, the temperatures start to cool off, only 70s. And then Thursday, only low 70s perhaps. Friday, look at that, maybe struggling to the low 70s. So it will get cooler in the final days of May. Go and look at cloud cover. Well, let's look at the radar presentation so we can look at the rain possibilities again. Nothing really terribly impressive here for rainfall. It's not until we get toward Monday that's when we have to be concerned about the thunderstorm activity. And I see that V in the isobars. That's a sharp front So that would be our next chance for some severe weather here. Let's look at the NAM3. We actually have 41 frames of the NAM3 up, so we'll look at that and see how it handles the showers tomorrow, and it kind of just breaks them up. So chances are we're not going to see rain tomorrow. I don't think we will. So your Saturday should be dry. Sunday, obviously, Sunday doesn't even look that impressive, but we only have out until 17Z on this. So if I roll back the run to the 18Z, you'll see, again, most of that shower activity is inland. And here's, that's something we're going to have to be concerned about here. Look at that. So that's our system for Monday that we're going to have to be concerned about. All right, let's go to cloud cover. I'll go to RGM. We'll look at the cloud cover on RGM for tomorrow. So we're starting off with sunshine. You'll see definitely clouds will increase, a few high clouds, and then they'll be a few more toward maybe later in the afternoon. But the sun should still be out most of the day. And we got Sunday will be a lot more cloudiness around. You see plenty of clouds for Sunday around. There'll be some peaks of sun, but it definitely won't be as nice. And then Monday, obviously, tons of clouds for Monday. So if you want the sun, tomorrow's your day, because I think the other 2 days are not going to be as nice with more cloud cover and the chance for possibly some showers. I'll use the NAM model as well for this as well. So here's the NAM model also showing you we'll have sun, but then as we get toward later in the day, we're going to be dealing with a lot more clouds. And Sunday, obviously, we're definitely going to be dealing with a lot more clouds on Sunday. Let's go to the... just use the GFS as well for this. This is the GFS cloud cover. Look at that. What is going on there? Is that forming... What is that? Is that convection? Yeah, it's actually popping up some convection, like well offshore. What is that about? That's odd. That might be what we call convective feedback. I don't know. That's weird. Shows up on the other run, too. We go to the high-resolution GFS here. This is the high-resolution GFS. And let's see if it can kind of explain to us what we're seeing here. So we have a little more on this. So let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything developing there. That's weird. This is the higher resolution GFS. A little more impressive with the thunderstorm activity, by the way. But it still falls apart by the time it gets here. So those are pretty much our options here. As we get closer to Monday, we'll have a better idea of the storm threat, basically. But for us, I think Saturday is your day you want to be outside. So that's the day you want to spend outside, because that is going to be when we're going to have, we'll look at Vent to Sky for a moment here. We'll visualize the temperatures here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you'll see where the warmer temperatures are, cooler toward the shore. And it's even showing an east wind in Jersey as well, though I still think it's going to be kind of warm there. So the east wind will help bring the temperatures down east of the Parkway. Once you get inland, it's a different story. But yeah, it's just for the heck of it, let's go and normally I don't do this, but we're just going to go to the south central U.S. and take a look at some of what the models are doing for the severe weather tomorrow. All right, normally I don't do this, but that is quite a high risk for tornadoes. You can see there, doesn't look terribly impressive on the HRRR, but that is quite a high risk, and you can see their Sunday system right there. Let's just look at the NAM here. I don't usually use the models for this kind of stuff. It doesn't look that impressive, but whatever storms develop could be severe. So you have a good dry line here. So I'm going to show you this dry line again. We're going to go to the southern plains here. And you can see this is today's activity, because this dry line really shows up nice. Look at this. Really shows up nice here. That's especially as the sun is setting. Let me go back a frame here. You can see all the smoke. This is all the tropical air that's coming from Central America and Yucatan, where those fires are burning. And then this is the drier air that's coming in from the Rockies. Though we have that fire here, as you see. Don't know if you can see that there, but there's that fire. But yeah, look at that. That's something to see for sure. So, will I do weather update tomorrow night? Probably not. I'd like to take the night off, but if we do have some severe weather or thunderstorm area in our area, then we'll do it. But usually I take Saturdays off for the weather updates. So that's why I'm kind of making this one a little bit longer, just to go into detail. So that's why I'll talk about Sunday. Sunday looks to be more active than I'll do a weather update tomorrow night. But I don't think Sunday is going to be terribly active. Let me just go and look at the thunderstorm Cape levels on for Sunday. It does have some Cape over Jersey, so yeah, we have to watch for that. To watch, and it will be more humid. So we'll have to see what happens for if the Storm Prediction Center puts a marginal risk over Jersey for Sunday. Then I'll probably have to do a weather update for tomorrow night, but I'd rather not. So we'll see what happens. But stay tuned and enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy tomorrow, 'cause the rest of the weekend is probably not going to be as pretty. But, you'll have more clouds, but I don't think we're going to be... Monday's the day I think we're going to have to worry about the rain. But I don't think we'll be dealing with much rain tomorrow or Sunday. So hopefully it stays that way. So have a good night. Enjoy the weekend.